What's up, bozos? Today I will be reviewing Y: The Last Man. This was one of the first comic books I read when I was getting into comic books, and let me just say, it still holds up. But the story is basically about every single man on Earth dies from this mysterious illness, except this one guy and his pet monkey. Like, even of all the animals. All male animals, all male humans, like everything. Except this guy and his monkey. The monkey's also male. And his mom worked in the government, so she ends up becoming like the new president after all this happens. And he's being escorted by like a government agent and this scientist lady to go to her lab because she was like experimenting with a bunch of cloning stuff to try to clone him and also find out why he wasn't affected by the illness. And he's also trying to find his fiancée because he proposed to her over the phone and he cut off like right before she could respond, so he's like trying to find out what her response was to that. And yeah, it's a really good series. They kind of I'm not super in love with the way that they wrote the main character, because they wrote him like, they didn't make him a super masculine, macho kind of guy, which I feel like if he's the last man on Earth, just feels like a waste. But yeah, he's sort of like a avoiding conflict kind of guy, you know, and that makes sense, especially in his situation, because he doesn't want people to know he exists, because he'll be like sold on the black market or some shit. But still, and then like when he does get into the conflict, it's always like not always the best time, but it is still a really good series. The ending is really good too. It's sort of has a bittersweet ending. Minor spoilers, I guess, but yeah, that's Y: The Last Man. And there's something I like about this is because it's sort of like The Walking Dead, but not better than The Walking Dead. It's better than The Walking Dead in terms of like writing how the virus started, because like you get a lot of different hints as to what started the virus throughout the series, and it never explicitly says it, but there are like some major actual like answers as to the virus, which it doesn't like explicitly tell you, and it's kind of cool to theorize about that kind of stuff. Anyway, yeah, this is my review of Y: The Last Man. I'd give this a 9 out of 10. It's definitely for an older reader, but if you're a new reader and you're older, you'll enjoy it. I did. I read this when I was like 16, so yeah. Anyway, so yeah.